the first 5 fences before then coming down to the first combination. That is the last of the sort of set-up fences. Now, Georgia Dillard just anchors Galileo WP down to this first combination. Little left-handed dogleg line. It's quite generous, as the first combination should be. Now this little brush on the mound to lead them down to the first water crossing. Good stride down into that 8AB line. Good start here. Georgia Dillard now out into this little extended loop on the cross country, down then to 10. Quite a deep little spot they scramble into, base out of the open oxer at 10. Now turning left-handed into this table to corner line, 11AB. Good secure start. Galileo coming down to this big central bridge. That's quite challenging. Little hollowed out base has been filled in to some degree, but again the horses could just be drawn into the base of that fence. It's in the middle of the FEI fences. Lovely sort of viaduct bridge upturned. As now Georgia Dillard turns down to this fairly beefy IOA Trakehner. Insurance of America's Trakehner. Out of sight. The second on course is Autumn Schweitz. It's going to be quick fire in this open intermediate. Coming down to the first combination. 6A, 6B. This is Global Quarry Crest on the early part of the course. Autumn Schweitz hails from Ocala. 8 years of age, this little Irish sport horse. He's diminutive, just 16 one hands, but he's a lovely little operator as he balloons out over the fence to set up for the cabin at the water. Lifeguard hut at 8A and B. Crosses it beautifully. It's quite shallow, so the horses can come at a fairly hot pace without risking any sort of stumble, trip or fall. Now this is the pair that led after show jumping. They had a couple down, but still 40.6 has them, just 0.4 of a penalty clear of the combination that will be the last out on the intermediate cross country. Jordan Risk and Redemption Song 41 in second, and the lady out first are Trailblazer on 44.6. Nice ride through the combination. Table to corner, 11AB, now down to this viaduct bridge. It's the kind of fence as a rider you can't just run out willy-nilly without a little bit of a plan. You've got to have a preparation point before every cross-country fence, is the advice of Chris Bartel. Chris, who captained the German team along with Hans Meltzer in the glory golden years of the Germans, and now in Peter Thompson's hands, and of course Germany were pushed right to the wire by the USA, and it was nip and tuck for the goal. It wasn't secure by any means. Chris Bartel now at the helm of British Eventing, and the legacy goes on and on, of course, assisted by Yasmin Ingham. Was due to start as part of the team, Yasmin, but last minute there was a substitution. If she had been in the team, it would have been the double gold for her and for the British team as well. Autumn Schweitz still going very strongly. Our Trailblazer coming down to the last last fence here. It's been a very good round. Galileo WP just tips the top of the final fence, but it's a super round that has just completed. First, the open intermediate crosses the line, and a very nice round there. Time for the cross-country, 5:46. Waiting for a time penalty for every second in excess of that. This is Jordan Risk we catch first sight of as Redemption's Song turns beautifully. Lovely corner they carve there up at the combination table to corner. 11AB. Now this horse has got a lovely, almost quick little gallop. He's not a ground coverer particularly, but it takes all sorts, and I should say she's got a ground covering or little covering stride, not a huge effortless stride. 16-hand thoroughbred. She is 10 years of age this time. Jordan Risk hails from Manchester up in Michigan. Now, takes quite a wide line into the chicane. Got a little stick out on the right side just in case. We're slightly bulging out through the right shoulders to my eye, but again, safe passage. Autumn Schweiss, little tick down the side of Global Quarry Crest as they start to now think towards home. They've gone very well. This Irish sport horse, again, 8 years of age, has been a really good round here. What we have seen. And remember, the lead is narrow, just 0.4 ahead of Jordan Risk, who's our anchor. Puts in a big jump at the penultimates. And now starting to loose the reins down to the final fence here. The Terra Nova frame, sponsored by US Equestrian. Quite a deep stride, but she charges across the finish line. And well happy, crosses the line. Don't know if you can hear it in the background of the mic. Good was her. Congratulations to the lovely Global Quarry Crest. The second is completed of the open intermediate here at Terra Nova. Super ride through 18 and 19AB for our anchor of this little open intermediate here. Comes down now to the Oxer corner combination. Lovely smooth ride through there. There's a row of VIP tents here, with our VIPs having a very good view of the end of the course here, and I must say it is pleasant viewing with horses finishing fresh, fit and well. It is good viewing. I think, again, the thing that is masterful from Mark Phillips today is that this course, along with Mogi, Beard and Muller, that they have constructed, there are some long gallop stretches, but there's quite a few little adjustments in direction. But all the horses finishing so well, and I think that is because the start is so flowing. This big right-hander between 1 to 5 is a long gallop. I think the message is if you start a horse in the right way, he'll finish in the right way as well. A little bit like the first 5 years of human life with Sigmund Freud's theory. I think the same holds true on cross-country for horses. They're finishing looking very good because of that first 4-5 fence gallop. So Jordan Risk is coming down to the last fence, and this little thoroughbred Redemption's Song looking very comfortable. Down now to the final fence. You can just see those nostril openers, that sort of flare strip I think they're called. They weren't around in my day, but every assistance to the horse to really suck as much oxygen as he or she can into their bodies. Everything is helpful under the heat of the Florida sun. Good round it is, and that is the open intermediate quickly completed. I can tell you, the preliminary division will start in 20 minutes' time. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I can't yet confirm the final position, but once again, we must say well done to the entire team here at the event at Terra Nova for a job very well done. It's not easy just in 2 years to construct an event of this international calibre. Of course, there are so many parameters that must be sealed down and secure to run a tour. That is the job of the technical delegates here, to ensure that every detail meets the FEI's strict requirements. Thank you to all of the team here, be it course designer, TDs, our ground jurors, have put in tireless work over the weeks leading up to Terra Nova and this week as well. And well done again to Captain Mark Phillips and to Mogi Beard and Muller for 2 very good courses. Mark, of course, a 4-star, and Mogi 1, 2, 3 stars. And I think also she's in charge of these national courses as well. I can tell you a little bit about her story. She met Mark up in Kalispell, the Rebecca farm, and said to him that she'd love to get into cross-country course design. And Mark has guided her on her journey. And, well, it's great to see Mogi's courses in really good demonstration here. Short break it is from the commentary. From myself, Ed Holloway, hope you are enjoying the action. We'll be back at 3:40.